Hi everyone, I'm Missy.
And I'm AJ. Welcome to the pre-workshop for Shadow Play.
In this play, the main character, Flash, changes his environment by moving to a new home.
And discovers, after falling asleep, his shadow has moving plans of its own. Wait! What's an environment?
Environment is used to describe the way the world around us looks and feels. So, if you lived in a cold environment, it might look icy and feel chilly. Can we use our imaginations to pretend that we are in a cold environment like Antarctica? Remember, it's cold here, so maybe we have to make ourselves kind of small and pull our bodies together to keep us warm. And maybe the wind is blowing in our face. Maybe our teeth are chattering a little bit. Great job.
I get it. So, if we were in a warm environment like the desert, it might look like this. Can we pretend like we're in a hot desert? Whoo! It's so hot. Whoo! Need some water. Whoo! Awesome.
How about we go underwater? Let's dive in.
What can we find underwater? Sharks, fish, seaweed, coral reefs. I love being underwater.
How about one more environment?
What?
The moon!
How can we get to the moon?
In our rocket ship, of course!
Okay, let's get into our rocket ship. Don't forget your seatbelt, Missy.
Got it. Oh, your helmet, AJ.
Right here, Captain.
Great! Let's start the countdown!
Help us start the countdown from 10. You ready?
10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Whoa! Captain Missy, do you copy?
Roger, Dodger, AJ. Great day out here to explore the moon.
Every day's a great day for space travel.
So true. Let's see here. According to the map, we are just about 900 miles out. Huh, only about 238,000 miles left until we arrive at the moon.
238,000 miles? That's over 4 million football fields long. It would take forever if we didn't have this spaceship.
Cadet AJ, brace yourself for landing.
Aye, aye, Captain. Landing on the moon in 3, 2, 1.
Cadet AJ, did you know that the moon is made up of rocks and metal just like Earth?
I did. Captain Missy, did you know that the moon orbits or goes around the Earth once every 27 days?
Yeah, and depending on where the moon is around the Earth, it looks different. You know how sometimes you look up at the moon and it seems like it's changed shape?
Yeah. Sometimes it looks like a full circle. Sometimes it looks like half a circle, and sometimes it looks like a banana.
Yeah, those are the moon's phases. You see, the moon, it actually doesn't make light. We only see it because the sun's light shines on it.
Oh, so when the earth blocks the sunlight, it puts a shadow on the moon, so you don't always see the whole thing. Oh.
Exactly. And that's why it looks like the moon changes shapes.
Can we use our bodies to change shape like the moon? How about this one, the crescent? It kind of looks like a banana when the moon looks smaller. Can we use our bodies to change shape like the crescent? Nice.
Oh wow, that really did look like a banana. How about we try this one? It is called a first quarter moon. And here, the moon is a little bit bigger. It is half full. So can we use our bodies to become bigger, like a half moon, like a first quarter moon? Let's give it a try. Go. Nice, making your body half big. So good. Great job.
Do you know what the moon is called when it's its biggest? A full moon. Can we use our bodies to make a full moon? All right, make your bodies bigger and even bigger and even bigger. Good work. Captain Missy, I have an idea. How about a space game?
How about Captain Says?
I love that game.
Hold on, Cadet AJ. This game requires focus.
All right, Captain.
All right, cadets, here's how we play Captain Says. I'm going to give you a cue, and when you hear that cue, you're going to perform an action. Okay, cadets, here's cue number 1. When I say Captain on deck, you're going to put your hand on your head to salute, and you're going to say, Roger Dodger, Captain. Okay, cadets, here's cue number 2. When you hear me say crescent moon, we're going to make our bodies look like a crescent moon. Let's give it a try. Crescent moon. Great job. All right, cadets, cue number 3 is first quarter moon. When you hear me say first quarter moon, we're going to fill our moon up halfway till we get here. But we're also going to use a sound like water being filled up in a jug. It might sound and look like this. Ding! Can you give that a try? First quarter moon. Go! Ding! Perfect! Great job! Okay, cadets, our last cue is cue number 4, and it is full moon. When you hear me say full moon, you're gonna put one hand up, and then the other hand up, and then you're gonna sway and sway. And when we do that, we're gonna say the words full moon, sway, sway. Can we give that a try? Here we go. Full moon, full moon, sway, sway. You got it, great job. This game is a little bit like another game you may have played before called Simon Says. So I'm going to give you a cue, and you're going to respond with the moves that we just practiced. However, you should only do the move if you hear me say first, Captain Says. If you don't hear that, then you shouldn't do the move. Got it? All right, let's play. Captain Says, Captain on deck. Captain Says, first quarter moon. Captain Says, full moon. First quarter moon. Did you do it? Did I trick you? Great job, cadets. Maybe you can play that game later with family or friends.
Wow, that was fun.
It really was. Well, AJ and I have a ton of exploring to do up here on the moon. We'll see you after the show, astronauts.
Until then, over and out.